The most powerful, expensive governments on planet Earth can't stop a virus from spreading, but if you let them extort more tax money from you, they'll drop the temperature and save the planet. Here's yet another example of why we can't have nice things. And now, more of the left versus right dog and pony show while the Zionist international banking cartel continues to steal your wealth and take more of your freedoms.
So thank you very much.
Nancy the Ripper.
It's appalling, the things that he says, and then you say to me, tearing up his falsehoods, isn't that the wrong message? No, it isn't.
This impeachment will inure to the detriment of the Democrats.
It's just, I have tried to be gracious with him. I'm always dignified. I thought that was a very dignified act compared to my exuberance, as I said. But we will not allow any president to use that Capitol, that chamber of the House of Representatives, of the People's House, as a backdrop for him.
And to Speaker Pelosi, you can tear up the speech, but you can't tear up the accomplishments, and that's what this race is going to be about in 2020.
Then I start to think there has to be something that clearly indicates to the American people that this is not the truth.
Well, I think that what it means is that, people are smarter than the loony left thinks they are.
And he has shredded the truth in his speech. He's shredding the Constitution in his conduct. I shredded his state of his mind address.
Pelosi's a major loser. She's lost the speakership to AOC, Tlaib, and the squad. And let me tell you, Schiff is actually a winner because he's going to be the heir apparent to Dianne Feinstein. And that tells you how screwed up California politics is.
So yesterday the Senate acted, first time in history that a senator has voted against his own president in a decision regarding impeachment. God bless him for his courage.
She took off her mask last night. If you didn't already know it, her bizarre behavior has been, a question for everyone. Like, I think it was Kellyanne this morning.
I'm sorry, are you saying that she was wearing a mask before?
Yeah, because she was prayerful. She does things solemnly. She only impeaches if it's bipartisan.
I think it's very disappointing for people to literally watch Democrats sitting on their hands, Nancy Pelosi shredding the memory of Kayla Mueller, shredding Tuskegee, 100-year-old Tuskegee Airman, shredding a little 2-year-old Ellie who was born at 21 weeks and 6 days, and the list goes on and on. People sitting on their hands and rolling their eyes when a crying man with cancer was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I think it shows you how petty and peevish and partisan the Democratic Party has become.
This morning the president said when people use faith as an excuse to do, I don't know if he said bad things, but whatever he said was just so completely inappropriate, especially at a prayer breakfast.
She's a liar, okay? And she was reading and distracting last night behind the president. I kept waiting for her to jump up and say, he missed a word, impeach him. She was just distracting. And what she has done is she has proven to the American people that she doesn't respect them.
Nancy Pelosi says, I tore it up. I was trying to find one page with truth on it, and I couldn't.
We are now, the Senate has spoken in terms of any punishment to the president. He's impeached forever, no matter what he says or whatever headlines he wants to carry around.
And by the way, Nancy Pelosi, Donald Trump will forever be acquitted.
You're impeached forever. You're never getting rid of that scar.
You're impeached forever. You're never getting rid of that scar.
For all the people out there who fancy themselves the armchair psychiatrist trying to analyze certain people, they ought to shift their craft over to Nancy Pelosi. What is wrong with her? Who mutters to themselves through a State of the Union? She looked like she was reading. She looked like she was reading the Cheesecake Factory menu all night, going through every single page.
And history will always record that you were impeached for undermining the security of our country, jeopardizing the integrity of our elections, and violating the Constitution of the United States.
Well, that's typical her, though. We've seen it here again and again. I've seen it in the Situation Room, saw it in the Cabinet Room twice, saw it in another meeting. She has a temper tantrum and then she leaves, but now the country saw it. There's no silly picture of her standing with all those men around the cabinet.
Okay, and then let me ask you about the moment that's
America
on the screen
saw
now.
an incorrigible child ripping up a presidential State of the Union that is meant for the people. It's
Then
meant to be delivered to the people.
She doesn't respect the Tuskegee Airmen. She doesn't respect the family of Kayla Mueller. She doesn't respect the family of Jody Jones, the brother who was shot. Anyone killed in a sanctuary city. This is about pure power. And when she is in the most hallowed halls of Congress, behind the commander-in-chief, to rip up those sheets of paper is akin to her ripping up the Constitution, American jurisprudence, everything that the president has done for the American people, from the economy to school choice to all of the things he talked about. She doesn't care about any of that. This is a game. It's a shell game.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi is the queen of the shell game, and this is going to be her last term as Speaker. She has lost it.
Guys, if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give them a thumbs up, share them with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.